Good afternoon, everyone. Hey, this is Bruce Marshall from Simpler Trading with the nightly video update for post-election day, November 4th, 2020. And wanted to start here on the S&P. If you did not see, we had a crazy day today in a lot of the big name stocks, and a lot of the indexes, of course, were straight up. And we still have an undecided presidential race, and that's kind of what's been driving things. So let's jump in here real quick and look at the ES for overnight, what happened last night in the futures. I had the bias trading room open, and we were trying to get in here and trade some futures last night, and we had some crazy moves. This was the light gray is the overnight session last night, but straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. Look at that move, straight up. These are huge moves. That's almost 100-point move. And then all the way back down, took the low out, came down here to our snow line, back up again and back up again. All over the place. Now, this is over the entire night. And we're going back and forth on different states reporting and so forth. And it's always interesting and crazy to try to trade on election night, because this is what you get, as the votes are tallied and all that kind of stuff. So fast forward to today, right off the bat, we opened, kind of slammed down a little bit. Let me zoom in here, and just took off, and it was virtually straight up, off of this low. So if you see this, that's 3,400. We went to 3,480, so that's an 80-point move. And in the ES, at one point I saw we were up 119. So again, crazy moves, and then kind of came back down into the close today, and we're bouncing a little bit after hours, but it's still way too early to tell. So I got the question many times, why are we ripping higher? And honestly, I don't know if it was from short covering or if it was from the institutional guys. This is what I think it was. Let me show you this. If we go here, let me zoom in a little bit. All during this is from the high here, which, remember we talked about this in the video a couple of weeks ago here, that we should have come up and tagged this all-time high again, and we just kind of failed. And look at all those. We only had one. You see that one green and all the red? All the way into here, all the way back down into kind of retesting this level. And what this tells me, it looks like, and matter of fact, let's go to the S&P. What this looks like to me is that we know we have big uncertainty around the election, all that kind of stuff. It looks like big boys maybe were dumping here, and then today they were buying the dip that they created. Right? There's a low to high, bounce, and then all the way back down here, and of course you buy here for this big rip higher, and then you throw some short covering in there to give it some extra oomph on the way up. That's what it looks like to me, but yeah, I don't know. I may be, I don't know. It's really hard to tell. The one thing also that was pretty crazy today, let me switch back over here to my moving averages, simple moving averages. We had a pretty incredible drop in volatility. This is implied volatility right there, and it really came out today, and we're still elevated based on historically where we are, but because there's no resolution with who's won or that kind of thing, and now it looks like it's going to go to the courts and be extended even longer. I don't really understand why this volatility has come out as much as it has. A little interesting, but again, it's still very hard to tell where we are here. So at the moment, I was looking at this. Matter of fact, let me put my voodoo lines back up. I was looking at this thinking that there was probably a pretty good chance that there was going to be some uncertainty, and we came back down. We kind of double tapped that support level, and I was thinking we either bounce here or more likely, probably we even take this out, maybe go down to the tree line here. On the downside, when there's uncertainty, the market doesn't like it, and then boom, we're just, we're straight back up here, headed toward the, back to the all-time high. So I don't know if we get there soon or not. I kind of doubt it. It looks like the chart tells me we want to go there, but I know what's coming up with, a lot of contested votes and that kind of thing. So I think we might lose a little momentum here in the next couple days or week as the reality sets in of that. But the bottom line is that I went into this on Monday, and I told you guys last week I was doing this. I went to cash. I was completely in cash. So I missed, I missed the selling. Of course, I missed the upside here, but that's all right. I did put a little bitty hedge on the downside down here. I didn't need much because I didn't have any exposure, right? And I've still got that on, and we could flush back down here easily. So I'm going to hold tight on that right now. But the bottom line for now is I don't want to do anything but just sit on cash and kind of wait and watch and see what happens over the next 24 hours or so at least, to kind of start reposition here. I definitely don't want to start chasing all this stuff because, everything today was up so much. The Dow was up at one point. We're up about, I want to say it was about 800 points. The NASDAQ was up. The NQ was up 550 points on the NASDAQ. I mean, that's an insane move. So really don't want to start chasing stuff here. So again, the best thing to do is to be in cash and kind of wait and watch for a better entry point, or at least to see when the smoke clears from all this stuff. So that is what I got for everyone tonight. And again, sitting on my hands and some cash and just waiting and watching to see what we get. So thanks for the time, and I will talk to you guys at the next update. Take care.